Hello everyone, my name is Andy and welcome back to Building the Boss Board. This is episode 4. For those of you joining us for the first time, I do have 3 other videos in this series. Once again called Building the Boss Board. This series is me and you and me exploring different Boss pedals throughout the years. My goal is to put together a Boss only pedal board, and I'm really excited. Everything is going great so far. We've talked about some pretty interesting stuff. So let's move on to episode 4, what we have here. So this I've been waiting on for a couple weeks. Today is December 3rd, and on Craigslist I found a gal in northern Minnesota who had a couple very iconic pedals, and I figure, as awkward and goofy as it is, we might as well just unbox the thing live, even though right now it's off camera anyway. Now, for some reason, the post office wrote 1 of 2 on here. I don't know if somebody else got something delivered or what, but there's no reason that both pieces that I've purchased shouldn't be in here. Alright. So last week, the focus of the pedal board, last week was the Boss Vox board, and the focus point or the gem of that purchase was the Boss DM2. Now, I've done a smidge of research, gone on a couple websites. Here's the DM2. There's a serial number inside, and I was able to go on a couple different websites that both dictated that, yes, this pedal is from the first year of production for the DM2, which is 1981, built in October, both of them said, which is exceptionally cool. On my last video I did say the gentleman who I purchased this from had it since the 90s, so it was at least that old. Turns out it's even older. These were the original circuits were only built from 1981 until 1984, and only released whenever the Wazacraft version was put out. And we can talk more about Wazacraft in a different episode, but this is from 1981, which is exceptionally cool. Now, what we have here are 2 more very old and iconic circuits. These are the Boss CE-2s, one of Boss's absolute, I don't know, I guess I don't know if I'd use the words perfect pedal, but definitely one of their first ones, if not their first one oh no, not the first one. There was that 3-pack of different pedals, the green, yellow, and red, a phaser, an overdrive, and oh boy, I wish I could remember what that other one was called, but I digress. So, what we're looking at here are 2 Boss CE-2s, and there was 2 reasons I purchased these. One, the price was most definitely right, assuming what we have in here is what was described and what was shown in the picture, etc., etc. I'd be awfully surprised if it wasn't. Forgive me, I'm just plugging in my phone here, and we will continue. So, Boss CE-2s. Looks like at some point this cost, looks like $130 as we're looking at the second box here. This is likely the newer of the 2. Now, a couple things anyway that I've learned so far regarding the CE-2. The older versions, the oldest one is a silver screw, which is, somewhat coveted, things of that nature. And like you see on the box here, the art, or the printing, on the pedal should also have this kind of elongated print, but more so that dash between the E and the 2 is longer, so that's fancy and special. So let's start out with what I believe is the newer one. So 1, iconic pedal. 2, we've got the box for each of them, which is really cool. Cue the little JHS song. Okay, so this is still a Japanese-made pedal. I want to say the newest ones were made in Taiwan. Wow, that is exceptional. That is so clean. The gal who I purchased these from told me that she used these for her Fender Rhodes keyboard to put a chorus effect on. I have to ask her if she stacked them both or if she just, had an extra one as a replacement. Okay, so like any of the other ones, we do have the little foam up here. Rubber gasket is cracked because it's an old pedal. We do have a battery in here, and yes, okay, we do have a serial number in here. So if you don't see it, newer pedals, the ones in Taiwan anyway, I don't know about other Japanese ones, will have a silver sticker here or here, usually silver, that'll have the serial number on it. If you don't see that, it's more than likely on the inside. So you got 220900 is the serial number here, and I'm going to use the Stompbox Zone Boss Pedal Serial Decoder, the secret decoder ring. So 220900, made in Japan. Wow, okay, so according to the decoder, let's see if we can get that on screen here. Entered serial, it's a little blurry. 80 to 89, this pedal was made in September of 1982. I believe the first iteration was 79, so we'll see what that silver screw ends up being. But 1982, wow, this condition is gorgeous. I have no idea to what extent she gigged with the pedals. I'm going to leave the battery in there for now, just so we can put it back together and move on. But either way, that is gorgeous. So first chorus pedal, no level, just rate and depth. So very, very simple. Knobs feel good. But yeah, for a pedal of similar age, pretty amazing what happens when you utilize the pedal, huh? Okay. Looks like we also, holy crap, probably the original baggie. And that is most definitely an instruction manual in there. So more or less complete in the box, which is incredible for something that's older than I am. Wonderful, beautiful, lovely. So let's set that aside. Well, I'm going to take it back out. Now, let's look at the Mac Daddy. I don't know why I talk. Wow. Okay. So my understanding is that the DM2 wasn't one that was old enough to have a silver screw, but this one certainly is. Made in Japan. Holy shnikes, this is also exceptionally clean. Wow. So, yay, silver screw, that's one big thing. Now that I've boxed this one up ever so nicely, whoop, let's not get the box mixed up here. Let's pull the 82 out and take a look at the differences. So kind of hard to tell, but the blue on this one looks a little bit darker. But the big difference is obviously we've got the silver screw on the front, which is the big one of the big ooh-ahs, as well as the longer dash, or rather the wider print at the very least on the CE-2. You see that? Got a shorter dash. Let's bring it closer. Shorter dash on the right, longer dash on the left. Kind of almost a different font too. So that's very cool. This looks a little different too. So this one looks, I mean, a little more used, but for its age, this looks phenomenal. This is better than I could have hoped. So let's pop this one open and see what we got on the inside. I don't know maybe why they did it, but it's kind of cool that you could use a flathead screwdriver to do it. Maybe that's a little easier when it's on the board, I don't know. Ooh, ever-ready battery in this one. This almost looks interesting. This almost looks hand-painted. The camera might not be able to pick it up, but there's a little more streaking, like, legitimate brush strokes, whereas this one looks like it's a little more perfect or spray on. don't know if that's coming through on the camera. There we go. See through the light, those little lines on the left one? Interesting. Okay. Well, let's see if we can pop the battery out of here. Oh, no! No serial number on the inside. Didn't really want to pop this sucker open. Shoot! Oh, what a bummer. Nothing on the box. Maybe it's worth popping open, because it'd be really, really excellent to see if this was, in fact, from 79. Okay, that popped out real nice. Shoot. Because, again, I believe 79 is the... Oh, this is a lot tighter when you're utilizing the silver screw. That's kind of nice. I'm not sure I want to pop it open. Fudge it. Let's pop it open. That's why we're here, right? We're here to learn. Where's my... Here it is. Darn. I really hope there's something on the inside. 11 minutes and I haven't even plugged them in yet. If you've made it this far, I thank you. God, I don't even want to open it. You know what? Here's what I'll do. I will put in the description if I found that. Oh, funny. See, the rubber is actually, it's like lopsided. That's how long it's been on here. Maybe it fell off and was re-glued. So that's kind of funky that there's no serial number on the inside there. And, you know, that very well could have been something that was added in the 80s, because the DM2 has it in there as well. That's also under there. Oop. So that's in there. And again, this one dates to October of 81. The DM2 is October of 81. This one's September of 82. And this one's a mystery for the moment. So let's plug these suckers in. You guys, if you guys have stuck with me this long, I very much appreciate your time and patience and viewership. Let's see here. Both a little sticky. I'm sure they just haven't been used in a while. A patch cable between them would be helpful. How about this? Gold-plated patch cable from Boss. So later tonight, I am gonna go talk to somebody. I'm gonna trade the Vox wah pedal that you guys saw in episode 3. He's gonna trade me another Boss pedal for it. He said something funky regarding power on these, so let's plug in a guitar and see what we find here. Plugged into a mid-2000s Les Paul with the 490R 498T. Okay, that was on. Very cool. So even if the light isn't showing off, pedal seems to be working. So we're in the neck pickup right now. So let's move the rate and the intensity to approximately, rate and depth. That's what I'm looking at. Rate and depth. Let's start with the bad boy. Turn that depth up and was very good. That's where you get a little more flutter. Sounds really good. Don't know if it's the patch cable, but something a little choppy in there. In that circuit. I'm going to try one thing real quick here. That input feels kind of loose. Maybe that has something to do with it. But well, there we go. That snapped in a little bit better. I like Hosa cables, so let's throw a Hosa in between these two. Nope, still distorting a little better. Double chorus. Well, anyway, you've stuck with me for 18 minutes. So if you have, I really appreciate it. It's been really cool checking out these circuits. Full disclosure, so one of the rules of the of building the Boss board is that I don't spend over $100 per pedal, excluding any tax or shipping or anything. So both of these each were $100, and while that is not particularly cheap for a pedal, it's also a very good deal. These are getting harder and harder to come by, and it's just incredible that the gal who I purchased them from not only had the boxes, even had instructions in paper, even had instructions in plastic in this one. You know what? Fudge it. Real quick, if you're willing to stick with me for a couple more minutes, let's see if we can take the back plate off of this and learn something about it. I will put in the description if I learn anything beyond what we've got here, or what we don't have here, because again, I don't see the serial number on the back, and I didn't see the serial number excuse me, on the inside, where a lot of the other older ones usually are. And it looks like a simple sticker, so odds are, being what, over 40 years, potentially over 40 years old. Again, the first one was 79. Oh, shoot. Oh, did that? Nope. Shoot. Hope I didn't just lose a washer. There's a little lock washer under each of these screws. That's really nice. Should probably get in the camera here so you guys can see. Okay. So perhaps this is the first time it's ever been looked inside. Who knows? Nothing on the plate there. Cool. So there's a plastic layer here. Sorry. plastic layer here that keeps, and looks like a little space here that keeps the circuit board off the metal. That's really cool. It's possible that it's original. I don't see why that wouldn't have been there. But anyway, we're not going to go any further. I don't want to muck with something so beautiful. But anyway, thank you all for watching. We made it to 20 minutes. If you made it to 20 minutes, I really appreciate it. We will see you next time on Building the Boss Board. Take care.